Hey there, Algebra 1. We're here with your last cool down of the week, lesson 12, and we're dealing with systems of equations. So let's jump right in here. We got this fabric store. Fabrics were sold by the yard, which is pretty typical for fabric selling. Dressmaker spent $36.35 on 4.25 yards of silk and cotton fabrics for a dress. Silk is $16.90 per yard, and cotton is $4 per yard. Here is a system of equations that represent the constraints in this situation. So you got to kind of bypass the tough part. You didn't have to write your own equations here. They did it for you. Okay, X is representing, it looks like silk, and Y is representing the other fabric, which is cotton. So the amount that I buy of silk plus the amount I buy in cotton should be 4.25 yards altogether. That's the total amount of yards. So this is in terms of yards. And then I'm paying $16.90 per yard of silk and $4 per yard of cotton. And so I spent $36.35 to make this dress as the dressmaker. So this is a system of equations that represent the constraints of this situation. And the question here for number one says, what does the solution to the system represent? So this is not anything you have to do math. You just have to understand what we've been talking about. If I solve this system, okay, this is going to represent an ordered pair, X and Y, okay, X and Y, that make both of these equations true. Okay, this is going to represent a total number of yards, 4.25, and priced at those prices that equal that total for her. It's going to meet both of those constraints and make them both true. That's what that's going to do. That's the word true there. Sorry, my T didn't come out very good. All right, it's an ordered pair XY that makes both equations true. That's what this solution to this system is going to do. Now, for number two, you have to actually find that solution. And the way that we did it in class today, because we haven't learned any other strategies, is that we're using our Desmos graphing calculator to plug in both of the equations and find out where their lines intersect. Because the line of that equation and the line of that equation are all of the different XY combinations that make it true. But we just want the one that makes them both true, the one that lands on their intersection point. So let's go to our Desmos graphing calculator, and we'll start with the easy one. X plus Y, oh, I need a plus sign, equals 4.25, right? And then the other one was a little bit more in depth. Let me see if I can go back and find that here. The other one was 16.9x and 4y. So 16.9x plus 4y equals, and then the last amount, sorry, wrong one. The last amount was $36.35. So $36.35. All right, so these are going to cross. You see the lines. The green line represents all of the prices of yards that you could purchase, and these represent all of the yard lengths that you could get to have a total of 425. But where they crisscross here at 1.5, 2.75 is the solution to this system. And the first ordered pair is your X, which is silk, yards of silk, and 2.75, which was your Y, that was yards of cotton. So our answer here would be 1.5, 2.75. So let's go back and let's write that down. Find the solution. So this would be 1.5 and 2.75. And they add together to make 4.25, which we need it to. And if you plug 1.5 in here for X and you plug in 2.75 here for Y, it will add up to equal those things. So I think that would be a good way to show our reasoning, is to prove that that works. So let's show that. So 1.5 in for X plus 2.75 in for Y. In the equation, X plus Y equals 4.25. It works. It makes 4.25. So it's true. Now, the other one that's a little bit more complicated is the last one there. You get 16.9x plus 4y equals 36.35. And so we're plugging in 1.5 in for X because you're buying 1.5 yards of silk, and you're going to plug in 2.75 for yards of cotton, and we're going to prove that these are the same thing. And I'm going to use my Desmos calculator, just my regular scientific one for this one. Okay, so 16.9 multiplied by what we got, 1.5 yards of silk, plus the other one was 4 times 2 3/4. 4 times 2 3/4, and it equals 36.35. So this would be proving that that's equivalent to it from the Desmos calculator, and this is true. So it makes this one true. That ordered pair makes this one true. Explain or show. I feel like we've shown our reasoning very well there. You also could have said that I graphed both equations and the intersection of the two graphs fall on the ordered pair 1.5, 2.75. That would have been a way that you could have explained it. But I went the show reasoning route, and I feel like this is good enough to prove that they are the solution to this particular situation. Hope this was helpful. No quiz tomorrow. We are going to continue our lessons. We'll have our homework. We'll do that. We'll take care of that at the beginning, and then we'll move on to a new lesson for tomorrow, and we'll have a quiz at some point next week to finish up the 9 weeks. Peace out, guys. See you later.